Hey guys, welcome back to the next episode of Same Page Different Books. I'm Josh.
And I'm Tyler.
And today we're going to be talking about, something that most, except a small percentage of people like yourself, don't have this problem with, which is being addicted to your phone.
I was never addicted to my phone.
I don't think you're that addicted to it. I would say for the most part you're pretty good.
To a certain degree, definitely.
Well, let's see what you think of these questions. First one is, what's worse, being on your phone during a hangout or a date?
Well, I'd say a hangout. But if you're on your phone on a date, it's probably because the date's not going very well, and a date's recoverable. If you're on your phone at a hangout, hopefully that doesn't mean the hangout stinks, because then that means you need new friends.
Interesting. I would say probably on a date than a hangout. The only reason why I think that is because when you're hanging out with your boys, or even if it's like some of your girlfriends there, there are going to be certain lapses of time where we're not going to be talking or doing some activity or watching something the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's going to be common to just go on your phone for a brief second. Or if there's a conversation that you're clearly not a part of, if you go on your phone for a brief second, it's not the end of the world. Mm-hmm. I think it's different if the entire time you're on your phone, then why are you even there? But on a date, I think it's significantly worse because you're etching out at least bare minimum an hour of your time and someone else's time to get to know them. And I would assume a girl's probably putting in some effort and doing her makeup or trying to wear some outfit, probably texting her friends do you think this looks nice? And she has all that excitement for it. You pick her up or whatever, or you meet her there, and then while you're there, you're just on your phone scrolling, and she's trying to have conversation, and you're yeah, cool. That's I think so much worse.
Yeah.
Because
I agree with you.
I've been on some dates in the past where they were on their phone maybe for 2 minutes straight, and after that I was just you're not my wife, you're not my girl. Within a couple minutes I know what box somebody's in, just a friend, something more, anything like that, instant I don't want you in my life. Where you have the attention span of a fish, where you can't even focus for a couple minutes, or let alone the day doesn't have to be long, but to get to know me, because I asked that time to get to know you. You don't respect me, I'm cool.
That's fair.
So
I can agree with that.
Look at that same page. I was able to convince you. Welcome over here. Next, do people care more about posting moments than living them?
I don't think I have that problem at all, but I definitely think it's a more prevalent problem. I think when I was in middle school, early high school was really when selfies were taking off. And I remember just thinking this is so silly. Why don't you just look at what you're taking a picture of? Take it all in with your eyes. You know what I mean? Why are we all taking selfies everywhere for no reason? And I feel even today, there's commercials about food has to eat first, and all this stuff. So I think it's become very common in our culture to take a picture of everything and to post it online everywhere for everyone to see what you're into and what you're doing, rather than just taking it all in and enjoying it for what it is.
See, I think living it is significantly better and should be the goal, but I don't think there's anything wrong with posting it, because I think at the end of the day, when we're old and gray, it's not the things that you have, but it's the memories that you have. And God forbid somebody has Alzheimer's or dementia, or you're not physically able to go certain places, or the person or people that you'd go with pass away, or they're not able to. All you're going to have are pictures or mementos. So I think posting and looking back for the sole purpose of, oh, this is where I went, and remembering it because it was so much fun, it was so cool, I think that's great. What I can't stand, and I'm not going to rant about it or throw shade to certain individuals, is people that will, the whole time when you're on a vacation or present someplace, taking photos from time to time, that's cool, or a video, but aren't present and living in the moment the entire time, where they're just on their phone, where you're not even there. You might as well, these photos you just wanted to post, or the videos, you could have gotten them online. Or the people that try to put on a front of, oh, oh, I'm living my best life. And those are photos from like 3 months ago or 3 years ago. You weren't there. You weren't doing. You're not like that. So that's where I have an issue with posting things and not living in it. But I don't think there's anything wrong with posting stuff if it's to remember or say like, oh, I did this, and you want to keep like your friends and family you care about update on your life.
Fair.
So I think it just depends on the intention behind it.
Yeah. As long as it doesn't take over.
Yes.
Or outweigh living.
100%.
Posting is fine. I agree.
Next, have you ever checked your phone mid-combo out of boredom?
Yeah, for sure.
No explanation. Yeah. Like,
I
come on,
mean,
like, if I'm bored.
There's a pause in the conversation, no one's talking. A lot of times, too, like, other people are also on their phones, and it's kind of like, you look around, you're like, no one's heads up. Like, all right.
See, I don't think that's a bad thing. Well, I think it's kind of a bad thing, but it's just so normalized, it's accepted.
Yeah.
But I would love to, like, have, like, a time where, like, I'm either with my friends or my girl or family, and like the whole time, just like no one goes on their phone. Granted, unrealistic, but
It happens.
I think it happens. Not in my life. I think it's unrealistic because something's always being played, like music's being played, or oh, I need to check this because somebody
you
said
can, like,
this.
start a playlist and never touch your phone again.
That's one example. Like if I make a parlay and I need to see if it hit, I'm checking my phone. Like yesterday, not to flex a bet, but like made $500. I was checking the whole time. I need to make sure that thing hit. I need the money. I want that money. So I think it would be very hard, but I think it would be very nice if that happened. Mm-hmm. I'm going to try to make that happen at least a couple days this summer.
Okay.
So that will be one of my challenges.
Mm-hmm.
Next is I'm busy. Sometimes just I'm on my phone.
Like texting someone I'm busy?
Yeah, like let's say somebody's texting you, like saying, hey, like, do you want to come to this? Or they tried calling you, but you text back, I'm busy. But in reality, like, you're just on your phone. Do you think, like, if somebody says I'm busy, I'm just on my phone, like, that's what it, like, the equivalent?
Not really. I mean, for me, I feel like if somebody asks me to do something and I say I'm busy, it's just because I don't want to go. That doesn't mean that I am intentionally not going so that I can spend time on my phone. Will I go on my phone potentially? But it's more like I just don't want to leave the house now, or that's just not something I'm interested in, and I'm trying to be nice about it. For other people, I don't know. I hope not. That would be disappointing.
Yeah, really disappointing. Fair. I think I agree. If I tell somebody I'm busy, I'm genuinely busy, because I would tell you I'm on my phone and I can't hang out, or I can't respond, or I can't do this. I have no problem. Granted, it's hurt some people's feelings, but I'd rather just be straight up about that. But if I say I'm busy, it's because I'm actually working on something, or I'm at the gym, or something's going on where it has my time and attention, so I can't pick up the phone, or I can't respond right away. But I do think a lot of people use that excuse of I'm just busy, but they probably just stay in bed and don't want to go to something. But I don't think that's a bad thing.
No.
I think it's a bad thing if you're hurting somebody and they had that expectation of you showing up or being present, whether that's in person or on the phone and they need you. But sometimes if you're drained or tired, you just don't want to talk. Saying I'm busy and you just want to scroll for a second, I don't think that's bad.
Yeah, it's a good way to get out.
And last but not least, is social media affecting how we connect in real life?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the obvious way is through DMing, and just people are able to see other people that are halfway around the world and have communications with them and private conversations with them. So, of course, it's hugely affected the way we connect with people. I mean, I guess the darker side of that would be you hear all about how social media is ruining in-person social interactions, and how everyone's anxious about meeting people and shy, or they don't want to talk, or they're hanging out and everyone's on their phone and they're texting each other instead of talking. That might be a little hyperbolic, but obviously there's two sides of it. It's increased our connection in the sense of like we can talk to people all over the world, but it's decreased our ability to have like in-person conversations with people around us.
I agree, 100%. I mean, I've seen some examples of like, granted, I can confidently say, hopefully it ever happens to me, that I've only had positive interactions from people that have reached out or connected with me through social media. But like, I've heard of bad stories of like, you talk romantically and then they hate you and post terrible things about you when it's just one side of the story and not both sides. So everyone kind of villainizes you, or at least it feels like everyone is. But then I think there are like good sides where like you can meet genuinely good people, make new friends.
For sure.
And then obviously the bad sides are a little bit awkward sometimes in person. But like I didn't even realize, but like from my TikTok account, like my biggest following, or one of my biggest followings is like Australia, I think New York, and Johannesburg, South Africa, which is exactly where I went for like my trip for Georgetown. And I think I posted something on my TikTok story about it, and like a couple of people that follow me that live out there told me like different places they'd recommend or food to try, which I would never have thought. So I think that was very helpful. And then like I want to go to Australia at some point in this lifetime, so like I've mentioned that before, I think, on a TikTok story, and if I haven't, I most definitely will. I would love to hear their recommendations, because look at that, like, didn't know anything, but because of social media created some type of connection. I don't know necessarily if it's like super genuine because I don't know them, but I'm always gonna make friends. So I think there are definitely pros and cons, just depends on how you use it. So phones aren't that bad, just depends on how you use them. And just try not to be evil with it. Be a good person. Granted, it's kind of hard to define what a good person is because everybody has a different definition. Try to be objectively good, like hold the door open for the old nice woman. Or like,
what's the phone version of that?
Phone version is like, if you see somebody being cyberbullied, stand up for them in the comments, or in person be like, hey, tell a trusted adult. Like, not a joke. Just try. What is that quote? Be the change you want to be in the world.
Be the change you want to see.
That. Try that, but phone version. So good luck.
Peace.